Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Maryland Apex Accelerator webinar. Glad you could join us today. I'm your host, Yasmin Razak, and I'm the Marketing and Training Coordinator here. Today, the webinar topic will be how to get certified with Metro, and it is led by Michael Bing, who is a small business analyst at WMATA. I'm presuming that that is how we pronounce it.
Yes.
So we're going to get started very shortly. There will be opportunities for you to ask Michael your questions, and you can do that by typing them in the chat box on your screen. We will pause for Q&A at the end of the presentation. As always, a copy of the slides will be emailed to you after the webinar, and I do have to let you know this webinar is being recorded and will be available on the Maryland Apex Accelerator YouTube channel. For those of you who are not familiar with our services, it is our mission to help Maryland businesses to compete in federal, state, and local government procurement processes. Our services are no cost to you as the business owner. So if you think you need some help, please complete our client application form on our website. Okay, that's enough for me. So welcome today, Michael. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Yasmin. Well, good morning, everyone. My name, once again, is Michael Bing, and I am a small business analyst with the Small Business Programs Office at the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority. Who is the Washington Metropolitan Transit Authority, affectionately known as Metro? We were created by an interstate compact in 1967 to plan, develop, build, finance, and operate a balanced regional transportation system. We are, in fact, one of the largest in the country. We are the sixth busiest U.S. bus network and the second busiest transit system in the country. That is the DMV, and we have started to uptick since the post-COVID, and we are almost back to where we were, actually back to where we were post-COVID. The District of Columbia's Unified Certification Program for DC-based businesses, companies headquartered in DC, you have two options. You could either go to the District of Columbia's Department of Transportation, or you can go through Metro to be certified. We are the two certifying agencies for the U.S. Department of Transportation's DBE program. This was done once upon a time. There were both of our agencies not working together, but the Department of Transportation wanted us to focus on streamlining the processing and coming together, and we have such done that years ago. So now there are two entry points to become certified. What is a disadvantaged business enterprise? So it is a federal designation or a federal certification or for firms to do business with um, uh, primarily contracts that have to do with bridges and highways or transportation, things of that nature that are focused. You have to be certified as a DBE to have access to those small business opportunities for the most part. A firm, in order to become a DBE, a firm must be an existing for-profit small business. That is 51% owned and controlled by a socially and economically disadvantaged individual. And I will help you understand what that means by socially and economically disadvantaged. For economically, that means that an individual's personal net worth, and this is excluding their personal home, their primary home rather, their personal net worth must be below $1.32 million annually. And the firm's annual gross receipts, defined by the SBA regulations 13 CFR 121.104, over 3 fiscal years cannot exceed $30.40 million. So it is a 3-year average of your annual gross receipts in order to qualify as or maintain your qualification as a DBE when certified. A small business enterprise is pretty much the same thing as a disadvantaged business enterprise. However, it is race and gender neutral. So the DBE program is race and gender conscious. So for this program right here, you have to be one of the, um, it's based on you being uh, either based on your race, whether the qualifying ones are, Black and Hispanic, Native American, I think Alaskan, Asian, and I think there are a few others, but we will cover that. And those are the qualifying races, and for gender, it has to be, female and gender, and then you will qualify. And those are for programs that are race and gender conscious. Now, the ones that are race and gender neutral, that's the small business enterprise program. Same qualifications as far as the personal net worth and same qualifications as far as um, the not exceeding that $30.4 million in annual gross receipts. WMATA in particular, the Metro in particular, that is the focus of some of our social economic programs. So we also, in addition to our federal programs, for locally funded projects who do not receive federal funding, um, for those projects, and I think we just may have done one that was largely focused on local funding, and I think that was our bus shelters. But for our local programs, we have our Minority Business Enterprise Program, our MBE program. And this program mirrors the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program. So if you qualify as a DBE, you also qualify as being an MBE, so long as you are headquartered in Maryland, DC, or Virginia. Or actually our MBE, yeah. And so we also have other programs in our other programs are our small business program, which is our SBP, and that's for any small businesses located in Maryland, DC, or Virginia that meet the program's criteria. These are for those smaller businesses. A business program is mandatory to contract at least 50,000, but no more than $1 million. So if the contract value is anywhere from 50 to $1 million, it's supposed to be set aside for our SBP, our small business program. And for our smaller firms that are smaller than that, we also have a micro business program. And our that program is meant to target very small businesses for prime contracting opportunities. So I guess a good example would be for a purchase card, a P card opportunity. That may go to a micro business if there are 3 certified micro businesses that have that NAICS code, and we're looking for that opportunity. That can be set aside to the micro business program. The eligibility for, or I think I said to the MBE program, you have to be in a DMV based business. You actually can be out of state to be an MBE. I do apologize for that. But for the SBP and the MBP micro business, you have to be located in the DMV. For our DBE program and our MBE program, you have to provide your home state certification letter. And so for any firms that are watching that are Maryland based, you would actually become a DBE through MDOT and go through their process. And once you receive your DBE with them, you would fill out the application and you would upload your home state certification letter. And the same thing for VDOT firms that are headquartered in Virginia, you would go to VDOT and you would go through the DBE process at your home state. So we once again, through that DCUCP that I mentioned earlier, you would either go through DDOT or you would go through WMATA if you're headquartered in DC. If you are not headquartered in DC and you're headquartered in another state, you will go through your own state to become a DBE. And through a reciprocal, through a unified certification program, you could actually upload your information in an application and you could get certified in DC as well. So for out-of-state firms with a current valid home state DBE or MBE, you can apply for our DBE or MBE programs. For our other programs, you are potentially, eligible if you are located in the DMV for our SBP and MBP programs. So more focus now on the tips for success. If you are looking to do business with Metro, feel free to go onto our website. Go onto our procurement website, look for uh, active solicitation opportunities. I would say monitor that as regularly as possible. They do update frequently. I'd say at least like 2 or 3 times a week. New opportunities will come out. I also suggest, that you apply as a vendor, so your information is up there, your NAICS codes, and so because there may be an opportunity where, as a DBE, some of our procurement professionals may say, you know what, I need, I don't know, event coordination services, event planning services, and they may just look for like 5 DBEs that have the right NAICS code and send that opportunity out directly out to them, because that may be less than, of course, that's probably going to be less than $1 million. So they'd want to set aside that opportunity, or at least push it towards being specifically for DBEs, MBEs, depending on the funding source, or small business program SBPs. And we also suggest that you attend as many outreach events as possible. Everyone who's on this recording today knows the importance of attending outreach events, whether it's through the Maryland's Apex, whether it's through DC's Small Business Programs Office at WMATA, or any other service provider that has opportunities for you to get in front of someone who may be making a purchase that fits with your company. Use our business training sessions. We have a number of those. Please feel free, if you're not already in our database, to email the small business programs, the SBPO hotline at WMATA.com, inquire, and one of our teammates will get you on our database so you can stay in front of our opportunities that we have coming up. Uh, we have we typically either do 1 to 2 meet the primes every year. We started doing those in person. We have at least 3 to 5 prime contractors that are currently doing business with WMATA that will be in attendance, and that's an opportunity for you to really get in front of them, shake somebody's hand, look them in the eye, tell them about your business, and hopefully that leads to an opportunity. Contact details for our team. We have our manager, Marlo Johnson, myself, Michael Bing, Liliette Rivera, also a small business analyst, Shanae Edmonds, who is in charge of our outreach. And once again, our small business programs office, SBPO hotline at WMATA.com, or you can call us at 202-962-6493. But I would highly suggest that you email, because you are going to get a better attendance that way. Questions, comments, or concerns?
Thanks, Michael. Okay, yes, now's your opportunity to ask Michael questions about their programs, working with Metro, anything else you'd like to know about this topic. And while we're waiting to see if any questions come in, I'd just like to remind everybody that your Apex Accelerator counselor can also assist you on making available resources and information about certifications, different programs, and could also help you research industry day events, such as what Michael mentioned earlier on. If you'd like to start getting out and about this year and meeting potential contracting officers and people from different organizations that can help you. Okay, here we have a question. Does Metro partner with security companies?
Yes, we do. We had a solicitation. I think I forget the name. It's JL something. They're actually our facilities company that won through a bid to provide security service or facility services for the 3 newest buildings that we have, and that's the one out of New Carrollton, that I work out of. We have LaFont Plaza, which is I'd say our corporate headquarters, and we have another office in Alexandria, I believe. And so GAL won the bid for facilities, and within that bid was security services. So a lot of times when you think about WMATA, keep in mind that a lot of our bids may be on the larger side. We do have smaller ones, but a lot of times bids may be rolled up. So inside of the facilities management, you had security services, you had landscaping services. I think they even had for like the snow removal of parking. So they had a number of different services, rolled up into that one bid. So when an opportunity comes at WMATA, I would highly suggest that individuals take the time and just read what may be in there because your service that you offer may very well be inside of that bid. And then you want to go to the pre-bid conferences and find out, who are those larger firms that may be going for the whole opportunity, and try to get in front of them. If you're unsuccessful, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll see if we can't, granted, when it's an active bid, there's not much we can do, but um, uh, we can always see if we can connect you with one of the, put you in front of one of the prime contractors, which is what we do, as I mentioned earlier, at our Meet the Primes. We give an opportunity for the small businesses to really get in front of those larger prime contractors.
Okay, thank you. It doesn't seem like we have any other questions. So we'll wrap this up. I will send out the recording and the slides. And the contact information is on the slide. So if you think of anything else, you can always follow up with Michael and his team. And I'd like to thank Michael for doing this today and sharing us great information, and thank everybody else for participating, showing up. And we hope to see you at a future Apex Accelerator event. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Take care.